everybody, Rebecca at Windy Branches Farm. Today we are getting ready for Thanksgiving, and I want to put a new wreath out on our gate when you come in the driveway. And so I thought, since we had a ton of this these corn stalks left from when we were having the farmers markets, we grew this corn in the summer, and we had this much left. There's a pile there on the ground. I have enough to make a few wreaths, but I wanted to make a corn husk wreath. I've been seeing these on Pinterest and watching videos on YouTube, and I'm really excited to make this corn husk wreath. So what you will need is corn husk, of course. You will need some kind of clippers. I have 26 gauge paddle wire. It's just floral wire. You can use whatever you have on hand. If you have twine, or you could even use zip ties, whatever you want to use. But I am using this paddle wire. It's 26 gauge paddle wire. And instead of using one of my pre-made grapevine wreaths, I went around our property and collected a ton of sticks, and I've had this wet inside the barn for a good while now, and it's bending just like I need it to bend to make a wreath. So I am going to make my own wreath form, I hope. So stay tuned if you want to see how to make your own wreath. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to get our wreath form made. I've already put a bunch of the sticks together, and I've ran wire around it here to hold it together. And what I'm going to do is just add wire as I go. So this is sticking out here. We need to clamp that down and get it tied in. These little sprigs that are sticking out, that's perfectly fine. What will happen is when this all comes together, it will just add character, and if it's in the way, or if you can see it, and it doesn't look good or whatever, it's easy enough to clip off. But what you're going to do is take your wire and just go around this several times, because we want it to stay good and tight. And then we'll cut it. So we'll go back around, just keep going around, and then there's a little just some kind of little edge that you can twist it to or attach it to. So right here is two pieces. This is the beginning piece, and this is the end piece. So we're going to twist them together like you would a bread tie. So we're going to twist those together. So now that piece is together. And we're just going to keep going around like that. So what the purpose is to have these sticks wet, is to let them soak so they're pliable. So you can see how you can bend this and they don't break. And we don't want them to break after you get the whole thing together or whatever. We want to make sure that you soak them, and then, just for a few hours or a day or overnight, preferably overnight, but if you can soak them for a little while, then they become pliable, and you can get your wreath form made and have confidence that it's going to stay together. And then again, in this spot, we're going to just do the bread tie again. And now we're going to bring it together like this. And things are going to pop out. It's perfectly fine. That's not a big deal, because you can do plenty of things to it to get it to look pretty at the end. But the main goal right now is to just make our wreath form and get it to hold together. That's what we're doing now. And hey, this wreath is going to be free because I went through our woods and cut down the sticks. I did that. And you know, the corn is for, well, I guess it's technically not free because we did have to buy the corn seed. Doing a bread tie again. It's cold out here today. It hadn't been cold here in a long time, and then now all of a sudden it's cold. So we'll just tuck that in there. Tuck him in there. Tuck him in there. Now, I'll hold this up and show you what our wreath form looks like. Let me cut that off. Ta-da! Homemade, handmade from things around your property. I mean, how great is that? Everybody can make a wreath and have something pretty to go on their door or their gate or wherever. And you don't have to spend a bunch of money to make the things that you want to make that you think will look nice around your home. I love doing this kind of stuff. It's just, you know, I don't have to worry about going to the store and trying to find the right size wreath or trying to find the right size things for what I want to have. We're going to do the bread tie one more time. I found a little spot that needed extra attention. You kind of have to be careful on this wire because I have pulled it hard enough because I've been practicing before I made my video just to be sure that I could make everything work correctly. And you got to be careful with that wire because, well, number one, it'll stick you pretty good, but number two, if you pull it too hard, it can break. But here's our wreath form. It's not perfect, but it's beautiful and it's free. So now I'm going to place this to the side and we are going to get started on making, let me show you what this looks like. Here's what it looks like. This is our wreath form. It looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, so back at it. So now we are going to make these corn husk bundles. So we need probably, I would imagine, 20 or 30 of them, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. What I plan to do is just make a ton of them and place them on our wreath and see how many we need. So yeah, so I'll show you how I made these. Okay. So we're going to grab a piece of corn husk. And and you want to cut it. Now, however big that you cut this is going to be how big your wreath is. So keep that in mind. So you lay this on your wreath, and you're going to have this much, you know, this attaches to the wreath from here down, and you're going to have this much going outward. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So what we do is cut. I want them all to be about the same size as this because I do want a pretty big wreath for down at the gate. So cut a piece about that long. I would say that's probably about 2 feet. It's pretty long. Okay. And then, oh, how cool. This one still has a piece of corn left on it. That would be beautiful inside our wreath. Okay. So there's that and that. Let's get it all together. I'm going to make one more cut. Get that leaf on there. And then tie it with a small piece of wire. Now, if I was making a fresh wreath with fresh flowers, or even my dried flowers, I would not make small bundles first. I would just use one continuous thing of wire and lay the flowers on the wreath, and then just keep going around it from there. But these are real dry and brittle, even more brittle than my dried flowers. So I want to be real careful with those. So let me show you what we do with this. So this is the wreath form we made. So what we want to do is we want to place this on the wreath like this. We're going to place this on the wreath. Just going to lay it where it's out just a little bit and wrap this wire around this, around the form and your bundle. Wrap it around there, and then we're just going to wrap it about 3 or 4 times because you want that to stay on there. Okay, so now we have our first bundle on. We're going to add our next bundle. So what you want to do, what I learned on my research, was you want to do a left, right situation so that the whole form is covered. So this one's on the left, so this one's going to be on the right, and it's just going to come down a few inches from where the other one started. And I'm not going to cut my wire. Leave your wire on and just keep going around and around your wreath. Just leave your wire on. Okay. There's some more. I just have a feeling that this is going to be so beautiful. So we're going to cut that. The big stalks like that, I don't like to use those. So we'll just give that a toss over there. And honestly, you can just cut these and make them shaped however you want them to be. The wind must have blew in the wrong direction. This Hank's over there barking. Okay, remember we're doing left, right, left, right. So now we are going to the left. And we're just going to come down from where that one started. So just keep doing your wire and don't cut your wire. That's just going to make it more sturdy all the way around, so don't cut your wire. Okay, I'm going to make a few more of these bundles and be back. Here's our wreath. It is a 4-foot circle. I am going to keep this put away until Thanksgiving Day. I want to use it for pictures on this gate, and I want to hang it on this wall for pictures as well. But I want to use it for pictures, and I am going to change that ribbon out. I have some burgundy colored ribbon in the house that I think would look better, would be a nice pop of color on there. But I am proud of the way it turned out. It was really simple to make. I didn't realize it was going to be that easy. It took me maybe less than an hour. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for taking the time to watch our videos. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and click the notification bell so you can be notified when a new video has been uploaded. Thanks for watching.